Next is from Kevin Gilroy. The subject is LA Knight getting in trouble due to Chris Van Fleet. Hey guys, I love your interview with Chris Van Fleet. I have even enjoyed those 20 seconds where Disco let him answer part of a question. Let's suspend this guy for that. For disparagement. Let's do a yellow card. We yellow card him.
What
I
was
just
that?
watched LA Knight and Chris Van
Kevin
Fleet show, and I
Gilroy.
couldn't help but notice that a lot of his stories were about how, quote, I got the last laugh, or quote, and in the end, I was proven to be right, unquote, while also doing a lot of boasting about his rapid growth in WWE. My question is, because stuff like this get him backstage heat. I know Disco will say something like he's just working you, but no, those aren't in character. Those aren't in character interviews. What's so hard about that? Like, what's so harsh about him saying stuff like that? I got the last laugh, and in the end, I was proven to be right. What's okay? What's
Yeah,
that's like
because
such a
you can.
terrible thing to say. I'm aware of that, but that's not like a like you're gonna get heat from people for saying things like that. Everybody's got an ego in wrestling, pretty much, you know.
And if anything, he's kind of taking shots at the old regime, so that shouldn't affect him. I
Right?
wouldn't think. I don't know.
Did you do your interview with Van Vliet,
Yes, I did.
Disco?
Hmm.
All right.
How was it?
Good.
Go.
Next is from Under Dawson. Subject is Conan's book. Actually, no, that's not the next one. The next one is from
Yeah.
Billy Carpenter. And the subject is what it really means. AEW Fight Forever was just voted as one of the worst games of 2023 by IGN. Oh my God. Really?
Yep.
And reports are coming out about how much money has been lost and still being lost as Tony Khan wants to keep up with the DLC despite all signs saying the production should be shut down. Do you guys think the worst sign of all is that this is not that K100 has bad decision making or is losing money, but more sign that AEW simply does not have the youth market? Whether you like WWE or not, the simple fact is they do make games that target young people. I mean, they had Logan Paul and Bad Bunny in the same game and make a lot of money from it. Well, AEW's fan base seems to be an overweight single older male. Any crowd shots from their shows will show you a group of baseball cap and baggy T-shirts that seem to be in their late 30s. Well, that bro, the video game spectrum is like pretty large, isn't it? I don't think it's just like kids are playing this. Like a lot of older adults and older people are playing video games. I mean, that's so look up the demographics for video games. You know, I just think the game didn't perform well because it's probably the graphics suck. And I'm not a gamer. I mean, that's pretty much like what people are saying, right?
Yeah, but the idea when they made it wasn't going to be a graphical masterpiece. It was supposed to be the gameplay that was the.
Well, just think about this, dude. You know,
Okay,
the video game. Let me make a point here. There's another error. Okay, is that the video game business is like a billions of dollars industry, right?
Right.
You have some of the smartest people in the world, like you know, creative, smart, intelligent people in the world creating these video games.
Right.
AEW decided to let like a couple of wrestlers be in charge of the product. I'm like, how? I was like, I mean, what? You go ahead, Coney. You're out of range.
Yeah, you gotta get closer.
We can't hear anything you're saying.
And I'm
assuming that the premise was, okay, these guys are wrestlers. They grew up as fans. They're still fans because almost all the wrestlers are their biggest fans. So they're probably going to know what the fan base is going to want. But at the end of the day, that's like letting fans book a show, a TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're right. I'm sure there were some professionals in there with the wrestlers. It wasn't just the wrestlers, but I haven't heard anything good or bad about the video game, so I don't know how it's doing. Do you, Joe?
Well, the guy behind it that they hired was behind the old WCW versus NWO games that you guys were in, and then there was a WWE game called No Mercy after that people consider the best game ever. The guy they hired was the guy that made these great games.
So it made games from like 25 years ago, right? So
right,
what, you know,
right.
do you think that was like, yeah, I don't know.
And I'm calling fake news on this guy because I don't see the AEW game on the worst game list of 2023. But
IGN,
I did. I looked at 2 lists on IGN. It wasn't there.
All right, so let's suspend him for false misinformation.
And your video game demos that you wanted, 20% under 18, 38% in between 18 and 34, 14% in between 35 and 44, 12% between 45 and 54, 9% between 55 and 64.
Okay, 7. So basically above how much? What's the percentage above 35 years old? altogether.
28. Yeah,
That's
28.
pretty big.
But we put above 35?
Yeah.
It's got to be more than that. Combined, Joe, all those demographics above
Oh no,
30.
well, yeah, exactly. 12%. Well, it goes between 35 and 44, so I can't get you a number from there. It doesn't start again until 45.
Okay, what is it above 45?
12, 21, 28%.
All right. So that's
And it's
almost a third.
50.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, the demographics are pretty consistent. They're not like big outliers based on age.
And
You
it's
know?
54% male, 46% female. The average female
Wow,
player is
really
yeah.
that many women play video games compared to men. I would have thought it would have been like 75-25 or like 70-30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it says the average female player is 44, the average male player is 35.
Well, perfect example. In Conan's household, his wife plays video games and Conan doesn't. Correct, Conan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting, right?
Mhm.
What games? By the way, what games does your wife play?
She likes women games like The Sims, like that.
Does she really? Yeah.
She likes
You get
Grand Theft Auto.
aggravated when you're watching her play those games.
Yeah, and she likes Grand Theft Auto though.
Right. That's an interesting game, by the way. Next one's from Under Dawson. The subject is Conan's booking advice. Question for Conan: you've been given a lot of praise lately to WWE's booking of the Judgment Day, and I agree 100%. I love you've been giving a lot of praise. Yeah, okay. You've been giving a lot of praise lately to WWE's booking of the Judgment Day, and I agree 100%. I love their stuff. My question for you, though, is what's your opinion of the booking of Priest and Balor as a tag team? WWE right now has a pretty good tag team scene. They have so many good tag teams with really great characters and wrestlers. But can you name a storyline? Priest and Balor right now hold the Raw and SmackDown titles, yet aren't in a feud with another team. It just seems like a bunch of teams having matches, and that's all. Personally, I think taking the titles off them and splitting them up between the brands only makes sense. That is a good point. They don't really have an angle. Their angle is just the Judgment Day angle, like their relationships with each other. But they do not have a. That's a good point. Can't argue that they don't have an angle with anybody right now. Except
Maybe
with
they
Truth.
don't need one.
They're doing it with Truth, I guess. Is like their angle.
Yeah, well, I just think they have so many things going on. Is Rhea and Priest gonna finally knock heads? It's who's gonna leave the group? Is Ron gonna come in? Are they gonna throw JD out? The dynamic between Mommy and Dominic. There's a lot going on. I don't think they need to be caught in a feud right now. I don't.
Right.
They don't need a feud. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, look who it is.
Eric is here, Dia. Yes.
This is my beauty pageant wave.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? This is Conan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!